Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a crazy show for y'all. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So, we just recently got back from New York here, so we're back in our normal studio here producing content regularly. But while I was away, I wasn't able to catch up on news the way that I traditionally would. So last night, after the end of the Denver Nuggets Oklahoma City Thunder game, I was just there relaxing, and some information was brought to my attention by Mitch, who works with us, and he sends me this article, which was essentially highlighting some comments that LeBron James made about Michael Jordan, really questioning his career. So we did a live about it. We talked about it. We had close to 2,000 people in the building as we did that live. So as I woke up today, I just kind of sat back and thought about, some of the comments that we received from that live and what people were saying. And I began to realize that, look, there's a bigger issue here, right? There's a bigger issue here. And this issue, I believe, has a lot to do with jealousy and insecurity towards a player that essentially says nothing. Michael Jordan says nothing. He doesn't have no Twitter. He's not on Instagram. None of that. The news broke recently that he's going to be a special contributor to NBC Sports, and it damn near broke the entire internet. That's how excited everybody was, right? So as I was reading this article, and I sat back and I thought to myself, I said, man, for you to go this far and try to dissect somebody's career to this extent, it shows that there's some serious insecurity here, because if you were 100% comfortable and confident in what you had going on in your career and your story, you wouldn't feel the need to try to go back there and try to relitigate or retell a story about a player like MJ that so many of us already knew. So this is the article that I want to get into for those people who didn't see the live. But before we even get into what this article had to say, today's video is brought to you by a sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. Prize Picks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least two for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at the upcoming NBA schedule and selecting Stephen Curry for more than 29 points and Kevin Durant for more than 27 points and Anthony Davis for more than 12 rebounds and Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play it safe, you'll love Prize Picks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. All right, so let's get into this article here. And it has the following headline saying, they act like he did it all on his own. LeBron argues Michael Jordan gets too much credit for his championships. LeBron wanted to remind fans that MJ didn't win all by himself. LeBron James has always accepted that comparisons amongst players are a natural part of the NBA landscape. However, he has occasionally found himself frustrated by the constant scrutiny he faces in light of Michael Jordan's greater number of championships. In a candid statement, King James once expressed his discontent with fans who frequently diminish his accomplishments while lauding Jordan's legacy. Bron emphasized that the fervent admiration for Michael Jordan often leads to an exaggerated perception of his contributions to the Chicago Bulls championship run. By stressing his point, James argued that it's essential for fans and analysts alike to remember that winning a championship is fundamentally a team effort. Ultimately, James's perspective challenges the prevailing notion that Jordan single-handedly carried the Bulls to success. In fact, Bron even cited a few scenarios which highlighted the collective work of the Bulls in achieving those remarkable feats. I don't think MJ ever had a Game 7 in the finals, James once said in 2016. And people say, oh, well, he was able to close it out early. And they act like he did it all on his own. They forget about the shot by John Paxson on the left wing. You know what's really, the crazy thing? In that particular game in Phoenix, MJ didn't even have the ball in his hands. Scottie Pippen brought the ball up. Charles Barkley went for the steal. Pippen threw it down to Horace Grant, and he got the defense out of place because Barkley went for that gamble. They rotated to Horace Grant, and Horace Grant threw it to Paxton. MJ didn't have to do nothing. MJ didn't have nothing to do with that play. He further pointed out. Those are LeBron's comments. What are my thoughts about this? I think at the heart of this, there lies insecurity and jealousy. I gave the example about the boy and the girl in the live yesterday. I'm going to give it here. What this sounds like is like a guy who is jealous of the other guy that the girl he likes. So what he does is, instead of trying to be a better person and being more attractive or just moving on and looking for somebody else, what he then tries to do is go to that girl and start saying, well, I know you like him, but he's not really that great. He's not really that good looking. I mean, look, he's not that smart. Look, he failed this exam here. And it's like, instead of talking about what makes you great, you're trying to poke holes in the legacy of somebody else. If that's not insecurity and jealousy, what is it? Number one. Number two, I can't find any quotes of Michael Jordan going back and saying, well, LeBron is not as great as you think he is because in this particular moment he did this and this. But now maybe he has private conversations with his inner circle, possibly. But I can't find any audio or anything like that out there, articles or quotes of Michael Jordan doing this about LeBron. And to me, it screams insecurity. And the crazy part is his fan base comes to us and say, hey, man, what are you going to do when LeBron James retires? What are you going to talk about? What you going to do? What you going to do? And I'm sitting there saying, I'm like, what would LeBron's purpose in life be if it wasn't for Michael Jordan? What will LeBron's purpose in life be without Michael Jordan? What is this fixation over this guy? What is it all about? And then people try to chastise us for pointing this out. It's like, how dare you bring this up? You're pointing it out. You're a hater. It's like we're just supposed to sit here and let you guys twerk uncontrollably, pouring honey all over the table, hollering, screaming, shaking, moving. And if somebody says something, oh, they hate him. But this is ridiculous behavior. It's ridiculous behavior. LeBron is a freaking billionaire. Why did it bother you to that extent? Hence the reason why in 2016, he went out there and planted a narrative. This right here made me the GOAT. The guy said, this right here made me the GOAT, talking about a team accomplishment. But now wants to talk about the importance of a team, the importance of understanding that you win with a team. I'm lost. Forgive me. I find this to be incomprehensible. It's not palpable what's being said here. It's like, not only are you hating on Jordan, you're making yourself look like a bozo because we all know you take the credit for everything. And whenever you fail, all your teammates get the blame. At least that's been the pattern for the last, 7, 8 years or whatever. That's been the pattern. But I don't understand, what is this thing? Like, no matter what you say, people are still going to hold Jordan in a higher regard. No matter what you or Nick Wright or all of these guys say, no one is changing their opinions. People have pretty much come to the conclusion, the vast majority of us, that MJ is the GOAT, and the only people that believe LeBron James is the GOAT are his fans. I've said it before, and I'm going to reiterate this once more. NBA fans, whether you're Dirk Nowitzki fans, Larry Bird fans, Magic Johnson fans, whoever it is, Kobe Bryant fans, we all concede Jordan is the GOAT. The only group that is still holding on for dear life is LeBron. They're the only ones that think LeBron is the GOAT. Outside of LeBron fans, everybody else has seen the light, except these dudes. They're still out there sleepwalking and slipping and sliding up and down the hallway because they got honey all over the damn place. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show.